Hello. It's time. Time to finish setting up so that it can actually be time. We are here. I forgot to, linger on the title screen as I usually do, but we're here. Hooray for Cat. Indeed. Last time we did a good number of the Arcanist questline. And this time, it's the finale of that and the beginning of Scholar, and then figuring out how to be a healer again after many years. When did Heavensward release? Time to look it up on the internet! Typity, typity, typity. 2015. So this is my first time being a healer in roughly 6 years, probably. Or it will be. I don't know if any muscle memory will happen or be useful, because everything has changed significantly since that time. And I used to play on a mouse and keyboard, and there won't be any muscle memory for a controller. That'd be weird. Cross-device muscle memory is not really a thing, I don't think. Carbuncle. Now in yellow. Okay, so last time in the Arcanist questline, well, a lot of stuff happened, but now we have the resolve to defeat the pirate who had captured and traumatized our nerdy cat friend, Kulaihia. After we met the weird, wayward guildmaster and received a new book for her after her book was lost. Via this pirate, who's a jerk. Like a super jerk, because he was banished from Limsa due to being extra illegal and participating in underground slave trades. So it's time to kill his ass with math and book. He will be destroyed. Yeah, exactly. The way they described it is that he was basically, his crime was too crime to be allowed in the crime town. His crime crossed the crime line. Sinking Dosmaga. I've been expecting you, Sucro. As ever, Kulaihia's predictions prove accurate almost down to the moment, and her mind is especially sharp with such a dangerous confrontation in the offing. The Yellow Jackets have contacted us with word of Dosmaga. It appears his merchant vessel is presently anchored off the coast of Bloodshore. Once the pirate's business there is concluded, rumor has it that he intends to embark on an extended voyage to the east. It will be some time before he returns once more to Limsalominsa. If we pass up this opportunity, Kulaihia will lose her chance to settle the score with Dosmaga, and we risk the Foreseer stumbling once more into the blackest melancholy. Simply getting close enough to Dosmaga will prove difficult. Kulaihia has, however, already formulated a solution, and has set her grand strategy into motion. I don't know why I had so much difficulty with the word strategy there. Your first task in this undertaking is to travel to Costa del Sol and deliver this set of directions to a fisherman by the name of Rilzern. More instructions will be forthcoming. Love to go to Costa del Sol. Just kidding. I mean, it's not that bad. It's only got a bad individual in it. I guess it's okay to go to Costa del Sol. Oh, we get Bane from this quest. Nah, Gegeruju isn't involved in this one, but he is involved in the next step of the main quest that I have to do that's also here. So I'll have to make sure to not accidentally do that. Which I don't think I'll be allowed to, because I'm very behind in level. Let me do something real quick. Mark Chocobo as healer. Not that that's going to be particularly relevant, but I'll do it anyway. What is it you want, lass? As you can see, I've my hands full with me fishing. Ah, thanks for that. I've been told to expect you. You blah, blah, blah. I'm accents. You're to take one of me earrings and deliver it to the cook, Opelona. Struggling with speaking. A vital skill to have as a person who's intending to speak, I would argue. Opelona. Yes, and how might I help you? Master Gegeruju is expecting his supper any moment now. Here's a fish. A fresh herring. Why, the master does enjoy a bite of broiled fish of an evening. This might even earn me a few extra coins for this week's wages. Well, you have earned yourself one of my homemade eel pies. I should tell you, though, your Arcanist colleague was quite insistent that you take the pie to Master Gegeruju, rather than scoff it down yourself. Guess what? He is involved in this! Haha! We're always doomed. There's no way to escape Master Gegeruju. Time for the Hotel Mario voice, and there's not even that many people here to enjoy it. Hopefully I can talk to you without initiating the main quest. Yeah, there we are. And what brings you to my, and I use the term facetiously, humble abode, dear madam? Such a heavenly aroma. Are you perchance carrying an eel pie about your person? How commendable that you should research the delicacies that tickle my fancy before daring to intrude upon my most ponderous of ponderings. Speaking of pondering, well, I was speaking of it at least. I have a hefty purse of gil to persuade you to relinquish your claim on that pastry. Okay. What is with eel pie? This is not the first time eel pie has been relevant. Is eel pie something that's good? One moment, if you will. I've been instructed by a Melon's Gate assessor to hand over this message to whoever delivers an eel pie to Master Gegeruju. Alphino is still here in this Arcanist cutscene. Take the purse you received from Master Gegeruju and hand it to the dancer Ealdgith as she prepares to return home. Kulahia. Kulahia is taking some inspiration from the Guildmaster in this odd set of instructions, I see. That would make sense. Hello. Yes, if you're looking for a dancer, then I would first see your coin. I have 3 children to feed and no time to waste on idle chat. Have a lot of money. Oh my, that is quite a purse. My precious darlings will eat like kings this week. Hello. And such a simple job as well. I was told to expect you, you see. In return for the coin, I am to give you these. The leather satchel is from your Mikote friend, and the pareo is from me. That last item you are to deliver to Drogo, the warehouse foreman. What? Why am I delivering undergarments, Kulahia? Why? How does a Legend of Zelda trade sequence help me in my quests, in our quest, to destroy this pirate man? I'm afraid I can't comprehend your master strategy here. Don't say something weird about the pareo, please. I ain't got time for the likes of you. If I don't get me work squared away soon, the master will have my head on a pike. You got something for me, say? Don't say anything weird. I know, ain't this Elgit's pareo? Mikote last said someone would be bringing me a gift when I couldn't refuse, and stick me with a pitchfork if you weren't telling the God's own truth. Yep, he said something weird. Yeah, you're supposed to have this bottle of wine. They're more like... It's described it as an undergarment in the key item text, though, is the thing. Take it to the Flying Shark and pour a cup for the sailors what are drinking there. That's what you told me to tell you, Annie Road. I'd watch me back if I was you, though, lass. Them sailors are the meanest bunch of cutthroats I ever did see. So is this like a really roundabout way to fight pirates with pirates? I'm having a lot of very specific trouble with the controller. So, let me explain. Right stick moves the camera, right? To zoom in and out, you must hold left bumper? Yeah, left bumper. And use the right stick. You'll notice often that I accidentally pan the camera instead of zooming in and out. Maybe I have to let the left bumper register first before I try to... I can't just, like... I don't know. Very specific. Hello, pirate. You want me to taste your wine, eh? Well, now I ain't one to pass up free grog. Wine's so old, no one alive can remember when it was bottled. Limeling's teats! Wow. Now that's a bloody fine drop. If we ship this stuff to the east, we'll be selling bottles by the crate. You're coming with us back to the Morning Star. The captain will want to have a word with you. Oh, I see. That's the correct pirate ship. There's a good lass. And as for ye, Miss Dancer, you stick close to old her scrat. It gets damn cold on the long sea voyages, hehehe. Ah, Kulahia is pretending to be Dancer. I see. So we're sneaking aboard the pirate vessel. Understood. Shh, we'll talk later. Feels like an arbitrary sequence of events that allowed us to sneak aboard the pirate ship. But, you know, whatever works. I don't know if she has future sight, but she has ridiculously good predicting capability, whatever that means. Hush now, Sucro, make ready, and I'll need that satchel you received from Eldgith in a short while. You ready then? We'll be off as soon as the boat's loaded. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how Kulahia is doing this stuff. Water. Good water in this game. Ah, fine grog and a fine woman. The captain will be pleased with this haul. Pray do not stare so. This was the most expedient method of gaining access to the ship. I will take that satchel from you now. You may have it back after I take the items I need. Okay. Hey, what mischief are you two about? I don't know, just giving her a bag of stuff. Oh, hey. Good. I was merely borrowing some clothes. You wouldn't wish me to catch a chill from this brisk ocean air, would you? You'll be dancing yourself warm once we get you on the ship, lass. Good. It's good that she got clothes is what I mean. I appreciate that. Will this guy recognize me? This guy might recognize me. You better slip off that ratty robe before you meet the captain. Of course, of course. Kick. Ta-da! I'll be happy to show him the performance that awaits. The bitch Admiral's lapdog! Come back for that lesson, have ye? Point. It is I who shall be teaching this day. My lecture will focus on the manipulation of reality through applied strategy. Pose. Cool book. Enough of this damn yapping. By the time I'm done with you, you'll remember who your real master is. Well, time to kill this guy. Cool book, though. Aha. This geometry will turn the tide of battle. Magic circle of power, I see. Good thing I can see through this pillar, evidently. You're a healer. For scrap. We can't have that now. That was the wrong button. I actually want the topaz one. Is this geomancy? I guess it kinda is. In terms of geometry. I always think of geomancy as like earth related, not geometry related. But I guess it would work with either. Fine, you worthless sea slugs! Fight, you worthless sea slugs! I had to kill all the lot of you! Maybe I don't need to stand here necessarily, but I'm going to. Gosh dang it. I mean, I guess it's kind of Final Fantasy geomancy. This is kind of terrain related. I've apparently forgotten how to play a little bit. It's so weird to see an NPC carbuncle have a health bar. They used to have health bars and stuff, but now like the player one cannot be hurt. Player minions cannot die anymore. You rabid little cur! I'm a cat, and you're fucked. Our numbers matter not, it is strategy that will win this battle. Prepare yourself, Dosmaga. With your defeat, I will cast off the shackles you closed on my soul. You think so, eh? You think your fancy magics are a match for my blade? You got another thing coming. I do actually think this. Your brutalized crew is not up to the task, Dosmaga. I calculate our odds of victory at 99%. So you can handle a few deck scrags. Me Axel carve your petty plans into bloody ruin. Alright. Dosmaga, don't hit me, that's mean. I'll just go over to the fun zone where I'm safe. Well, that wasn't difficult at all. And thus did we defeat a notorious pirate with book. Where'd Kulahia go? Dos Maga now faces defeat. He will flee to the starboard rail. Your next line will be... This is very like JoJo Part 2 of Kulahia. Obvious. Next comes his attempt to escape into the sea. What? Yuzu, you're not difficult. You think you're pulling me strings, do you? Think I'll dance to your tune? I ain't falling for your bloody tricks. It is at this moment that he notices the yellow jackets I had you summon in my explicit instructions to Rilzen. Seems like we're not killing him, but arresting him and putting him into Ultra Jail. Probably. Can I have his boat? You were a fool to return, those Maga. I hear you're fond of shackles, so we brought a set especially for you. There's the Hotel Mario voice redeemed. That's true, too. Can I have his boat? I don't know what I'll do with it, I just want a boat. You should take away his axe, I think. Like, I get that he's shackled and everything, but you should not let him have a large axe. Thus concludes today's lecture. Thank you, Sucro. This strategy would not have succeeded without your flawless execution. Which suggests that my tactics yet require more work. One must allow for some small deviation in performance. I believe, however, that I now understand where my calculations went awry. It's not enough to wish to shape reality. One must also have a complete understanding of the reality one wishes to obtain. It is time I sought out our guildmaster. Nod. Whee! She also just wanted to swim. Or get on a boat. Pray convey to Mistress Slubergeim that my fondest wishes and my appreciation for all that she's done for me. The true test of my strategies now begins. Nod. Wave. Dancer Lady is here too. Hooray! We helped a good cat deal with her extensive trauma via violence. I don't know if she's gonna show up again, but we do get to go to the scholar quests now, which are different but also good. Unless I accidentally do the summoner quests, because they're both unlocked at the same time. I do kind of miss some of the early class quest NPCs, like Kulahia here, and like the archer crew and stuff like that. It would be cool if they showed up more. I don't know where or when they could. By the way, the Hotel Mario voice reward is 1994 channel points, because that's the year that Hotel Mario released in. I think my speaking problems just turned the word year into the word rear, which is weird, and I shouldn't dwell on it. Anyway. Welcome back, Sucro. There is much I would ask of you, but first, may I have the satchel you received during your assignment? Okay. I just want... Okay, fine. The veil of mystery surrounding this otherwise ordinary sack is so thick it could suffocate an Aurochs. Okay. If you say so. The original owner needs her costume back, you see. I'll make sure everything is returned safe and sound. Now let us speak of Kulahia. I'm glad to know she's finally freed herself to pursue her heart's desire, and you are to thank for awakening the Foreseer to his self-imposed fetters. The brilliance of Kulahia's strategy served to blind her to her own feelings, and it pained me to see her suffer so. Your example may even encourage Kulahia to improve her combat abilities, although such will surely come in time. After all, she intends to study under the Guildmaster's direct instruction. Imagine those two obsessive arcanists and the complexity of the tactics they'll develop. It may very well be that your actions in bringing them together will prove the catalyst that sparks a new era of invention in the art of Arcanima. You too should look to the improvement of your discipline if you are to keep pace with all that's certain to follow. To that end, I offer you a new technique, one that allows you to affect a wide swath of the battlefield and drain the life force of your foes. Geomancer would be a rad addition. I would love that. I've always thought Geomancer was a cool class, even though it's usually not great. I would be very interested to see how they adapted it to 14. Let's see, what do I need most here? 20 to 31, 28 to 31, 20 to 31. I'll just take that. Learning! You have learned to spread the plague. Oh yeah, I have New Game Plus now, by the way. Because that's the thing. I just picked it up casually once somewhere. Not a terrible shirt, but also not correct. So what do you have for me? That's Summoner. That's incorrect. We need Scholar. There we are. Forgotten, but not gone. Here we go. Adloquium is very important. Sucro, have you any interest in history? If so, I would share with you an opportunity to study the ways of the ancients. A curiously refined and well-read marauder visited the guild the other day in the hopes that he might meet an arcanist of exceptional skill. He claims that the assistance of one such individual would be invaluable for the success of his archaeological research. I say claims because despite his eloquence, the thought of a marauder with academic ambition still strikes me as odd. Don't judge. You are, of course, free to formulate your own opinions. His name is Alka-Zolka, and he can be found at the Marauders Guild, should curiosity overwhelm you. I forgot about Zolka, actually. That would be at the... Oh, okay, you can just teleport. I was expecting it to be labeled the Coral Tower or something, just to be a little more difficult. Alka-Zolka, a Lalafell that doesn't suck. It's good to see those. There are a fair number of them, but there is also a lot that are bad. Thank you for setting aside your preconceptions, Sucro. I am acutely aware of how unusual it is for a marauder to conduct research, as it were. Nod. However, you shall soon understand that I'm not at all like my more muscular brethren. Rather than rush blindly into the enemy's maw, I formulate and execute stratagems to great effect. My archaeological pursuits are but an extension of this practice, for at present I am researching the military tactics of ancient Nim. 'Twould not surprise me if you were unfamiliar with Nim. The civilization flourished some 15-odd centuries ago during the 5th Astral Era. The Nimians lived during an age of wonders when the magical arts flourished. But magics can be wielded for weal or for woe, and this period of peace eventually gave way to the Great War of the Magi. I forgot that there was a War of the Magi in this backstory. That's popped up elsewhere in the franchise, I'm 100% positive. That was in 6, right? And also probably some of the saga things, there was Magi, I don't remember. The nations of that bygone era brought earth-shattering magics to bear against one another, yet Nim, with only a handful of mages to support its army of mariners, repulsed the would-be invaders time and time again. Precisely how a military force of this composition could defy its stronger neighbors is a mystery which has long puzzled military historians. By translating extant Nimian tablets which I've recently purchased, I mean to solve the riddle at long last. As my knowledge of Arcanima is cursory at best, I require an experienced arcanist to assist me with my analysis of any text pertaining to the magical arts. Will you be that arcanist, Sucro? Nod. There is, however, a complication. The Nimian tablets and other assorted relics, for which I paid an exceedingly large amount of money, were stolen en route to Limsalominsa. The information inscribed upon these tablets could be of untold significance. I will not allow thieves to sell it to some rich Uldan collector for a pittance. Pray accompany me to the Raincatcher Gully docks and help me reclaim my relics. I have strong reason to believe the perpetrators can be found there. Alright. 15 also has a War of the Magi. Okay. And yeah, I was right about 6. I think they called it something different in the initial translation, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just the War of Magic or something. I could be wrong. Maybe it was War of the Magi the whole time. It's interesting how they bring up little elements like this here and there. Like, you could argue maybe that the War of the Magi isn't a specific reference because it's something that, like, that's a phrase you could probably come up with without having to reference anything. However, as I suspected, they're not more than broken men who've seized the docks and taken to robbing every passing ship. Come, let us put an end to their banditry and take back what's ours. And that could be true too. Have at thee, knaves! This guy's title is Alkazolka the Thinker. I like that NPCs get little titles and stuff. Also, these enemies are explicitly called Broken Lancer, Broken Thaumaturge. So when he said they were broken men, he was quite correct. Matyson. Interesting. Sometimes enemies get the little titles too, but I meant like Alkazolka here, like allied NPCs get a lot of titles. Like Pashapant of the Silver Fuller or whatever. Was he the Silver Fuller or is that something else? I think that was him. And the titles usually only show up in little combat encounters rather than just being something you always see. It's fun. Oh wait, I could be using Bane this whole time. I forgot that I actually had it now. Oh well. I probably won't have it for long. Unless Scholar keeps that. Do you see any others? No. No? Excellent. Now help me search for the tablets. I've located them. Yes, this is it! A treatise on Nimian military tactics, just as I'd hoped! And I found a shiny stone! Oh, I found a fairy! Alkazilka, you know anything about this? By any chance? She's sparkly. Hello there! Ah! Hi, what's up? Mayhap the tablet can explain this. Scholars familiar... Fairies? The sunlight of Eos doth soothe and shield. The moonlight of Selene doth silence and strengthen. Oh wait, there's an addendum here. In a later patch, they made them identical. Strange, that. Sucro, said a mystery voice. By the 12, have you any idea what this means? We've rediscovered the long-lost magical arts of the Nimian scholars. Okay. Fairy. I forgot that you literally just find the Scholar Stone in a box. That's quite funny, actually. Fairies? Honest to God's fairies! Now I've seen everything. I shall return to the guild and begin translating the tablet. I cannot wait to see what other secrets it contains. Surely I can't already equip the stone, right? Oh. I love that you just find the Scholar Stone. That's fun, actually. Like, a lot of the jobs and stuff make a big deal of like, oh, you are the chosen destined one, understood by the rock. And I think this one will still do that later, kind of. But also, we literally just found it in a box. For some reason. Possibly because of destiny, but also, you know, maybe not. Maybe it's just a lucky box. We just got a good gacha pull. It's fine. Sucro find funny rock. Become smart. The smart rock. Excellent timing, Sucro. I've just finished transcribing a section which will doubtless be of interest to you. According to the tablet, the crystal from which the fairy sprang forth is called the Soul of the Scholar, and it contains the wisdom of those long-dead Nimian mages. With it, you can call upon the fairy as you did before and bind her to your will. Well, I prefer to think of it as making a friend. As I said before, I have little knowledge of Arcanima, so unless you have some objections, I would entrust the crystal to you. Oh, and you needn't recompense me. Simply knowing that the lost arts are being preserved is enough. I shall devote my energies to deciphering the remaining text. Should I discover anything new, I promise that you will be the first to know. The next Scholar quest is available at level 35. What did you realize about the job crystals? I am curious. Scholar unlocked. The fairy is awoken by the soul of the scholar. Alright. Time to probably lose all of my clothes again. No, actually. Really? That would lower my item level. I understand it's not particularly relevant, but... Okay. So... These are probably just random buttons. Yeah, these are default, because sprint and teleport and such are there. Alright. Okay, these do still have cast time. Fascinating. There's our friend Eos. Our new best friend. Job crystals are Aurosite? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Alternatively, we can have Celine. Who is the same, except she looks different. They make a weird laugh when you change which fairy you have. Okay. Let's customize these hotbars. I have never played as a healer on controller. So this should be entertaining for everyone. I don't know what to expect. Wait, I just saw Asuna on there. It's a roll action. That makes a lot of sense. Back in my day, Asuna was white mage only. Astrologian had an equivalent, but I don't think Scholar had a status effect cure. Wildly enough. Okay, what do we have? This makes it seem like I guess the only thing that's a class skill that we still have is Resurrection. Because this is Ruin and not Ruin 1. It's subtly different, you see. Bio is still Bio 2, I assume? Yeah. Oh wait, we do have Ruin 2. It's just different for Scholar. Okay. So I'm gonna keep... This stuff can stay over here. Resurrection... I can have over there. I would also... For convenience, I'm going to put Swiftcast directly next to Resurrection, because that's the most likely thing I'm going to use Swiftcast for, if I remember correctly. Physic. Basic ass heal that will become later less relevant. Adloquium. Costs significantly more, but is my fun shields. Part 1. Succor is the AoE version. Whispering Dawn is a fairy regen. Okay. I don't really have any idea how to approach making a healing hotbar. Truthfully. Also, it's very interesting that it put Succor on my default hotbar when, like, you know, this is the damage zone over here. Lustrate costs ether flow. Maybe I should put all the ether flow stuff here. I don't know. But no. Okay, one step at a time. First, I will actually use... No, not that one. No, 3. I'm going to put the summons on my holding both buttons bar. Probably over here. Well, wait, hold on. No. They have to be over here. Because these are, like, barely necessary. Yeah. But then again, if they're barely necessary, maybe I shouldn't put them there? Maybe I should put other things I can use here? Goodness. But no, this is for things I don't need to, like, visibly see, I think. So let's try putting this over here. That's another Fae thing. Rika has congratulated me on unlocking Smart Book Cat. Thank you. Ether Flow. Okay. Put that over here, I guess. Oh boy. This I want to use often, I think. Ah, this is my AoE. Art of War! That's exciting. Indomitability. Okay, okay. I can put that next to Lustrate. This is the energy drain zone. Broil is what Ruin turns into. Understood. Deployment tactics extends my shields. Emergency tactics makes the shields different. Dissipation is also fairy related, so I'll put it over here. That's an interesting one. Broil 2, presumably also Ruin related. Chain Stratagem. Increases rate at which target takes critical hits by 10%. Wild. That can go... How about over here? Ether Pacts. It's another fairy object. Fairy option. Is this bio? Yes. Biolysis. Broil 3. Recitation. Okay. I get you. So, without consuming resources, you say? But that doesn't consume resource. Fey Blessing. That's separate from... Okay, so double tap left trigger is fairy time zone. Double tap right trigger is odd buffs and things. Summons Seraph. That's important. And that's also a Seraph thing. Okay. And of course, there is a pet hotbar. Or there is a bunch of pet actions, but they're not really usable. Some of them are order your fairy to do this thing that's also over here. Almost forgot roll actions, though. We want to put Lucid Dreaming somewhere. Asuna. I wonder if Asuna should be on the basic one somewhere. Probably not, honestly, because I don't know how often I want to use it. Asuna will have to be over here just by process of elimination, honestly. Oh boy, Rescue! I've never used this before! The most evil ability that a healer has is rescue. I can put things to sleep. That could be helpful. Surecast is probably something I'll never use on purpose. Okay, so we filled almost every single space. Leaving this one over here for expediency. I guess. Scholar has a frightening amount of button. I'm frightened by the amount of button. What do you think, Eos? Fairy. Let's take a look at pose. Okay, but intense scribbling. Sukro, what are you doing writing directly in like the center of the book? How is that helpful? Anyway, I want to hide all except for pet. I just want to take a look at fairy. Good movement animations. Do you have different ones for running? I think you only have one movement animation. Still. It's good fairy. There she is. She's got a little bow. She actually does have pupils, and I didn't realize that. But do we like Eos or Celine better? I think I like Eos, personally. She only looks a little bit like Aerie, I think. Like, the color scheme is completely different, if I remember correctly. I've never played Bravely Default. Except for the tiny bit that I did and I didn't... Well, it was just a demo, so it doesn't count. Nah, the clothing might be even a little different. I'm gonna Google. Please excuse the frame rate. Okay, there's a little bit of similarity, but not that much. The wing patterns are also not the same. Some aspects of the dress are similar, and the fairy part is similar. And like the proportions of the fairy, like the size of the wings relative to the body and so on, are pretty similar. I don't think you're weird. I think you have a point. And then... honestly, I think Celine looks more like Aerie. Because she's got the same sort of, like, leggings, sorta. Like, they're closer. And the dress is a bit... I don't actually know if the dress is that similar. They both have some aspects of Aerie. Do you also have the same... No... Oh, your leggings are also kind of like that, I guess. Celine does have a spunkier look, I think. I think that is true. Anyway, say goodbye to Carbuncle forever. Well, not forever, but for now. Rip Carbuncle. Adloquium! So, scholar animations are fun. Slam that book shut! That's good. Angrily book slamming. This is me after I read the Aragon novels. Just turn off the battle effects here. Okay, that's not a battle effect then. Oh wait, no. Some of this is not a battle effect. Interesting. Behold the power of math! Circles are happening! Sucro offers you the book reverently. Slam. Oh, I forgot something important on my hotbar. I'll put it on this one. Not those, not those. General is what I'm looking for. Put the limit break on your hotbar, please. It's important to do that. I'll also put these here. Why not? What else can we do? Does physics still have this animation? Probably. Yep. And then, there's not a lot I can actually really, do, per se. Oh. What's his Suno look like? Same as physics. I just like looking at the animations. They're good. Fairy! Dramatically pointing! It's like I'm shooting fairy beams from my fingers. G-pose is very fun. I would also actually, this is also, in case you haven't noticed, kind of a chill stream where I'm not really worried about the amount of progress I am making or not. I also want to look at my PvP hotbar, because I don't know how PvP healing works. And I do actually play the frontline roulette. And we can also see more fun animations this way. As we can see, the automatic PvP hotbars are a bunch of shit that's not real anymore, so we gotta fix that first. PvP has been significantly changed a number of times. Fairy gauge is something that we have. Fairy. That over there. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the fancy gauge for now. Simple gauge is for when you get used to the job, I think. That's not the PvP area. By the way, the PvP profile, for whatever reason, doesn't have a dark theme. Did you know, actually, that you can change all of your windows to sort of have this color scheme? And you can have the classic Final Fantasy blue, if you want to. It's weird. It defaults to what it says is the dark theme. Okay, so I put, like, Physic over here, and then Loquium over here. Royal is over here. Sucker is over here. Bio is over here. Lustrate... I think I had these over here somewhere. PvP has less skills. For the record, like at once. Aura Blast. Okay. That's a Pokemon move almost. We'll put this and this over here. Okay, that's our Isuna equivalent. And that's the limit break. There's also additional... Oh my god, Protect is here? Protect exists in the game in some capacity? What? Fucking insane. I remember when Protect was always there. They removed it. Wild insanity. I was completely blown away by that. That seems helpful. Is sleep helpful in PvP? Probably. I'm gonna take the selfish option here a little bit. Put that over here. And then like... Well, hold on. Did I have an empty space? I did. I do. I have just enough spaces for everything. That's effectively an attack, so I'll put that over there. And I guess Bolt can go there, why not? And then what if I just put this on literally everything on the sidebars just for fun? Just when you need to limit break, you know what to do. You know where to find it. The PvP limit breaks are different, by the way. A little bit. This might be equivalent to, like, Healer LB1. I think I'll be able to figure out if I can limit break or not. Just a hunch. Okay, so... Striking dummies. Braille looks kind of cool. I do a spin for this one. I don't know if I'm actually going to try the PvP right now. I just want to look at the flashy effects. Fun. So wait. I don't have a fairy. I do not get... I have a fairy gauge? What do I use this for? Okay, so some things cost fairy. Okay, gotcha. Repose. Go to sleep. Piece of wood, I guess. Aura Blast. Slam the ground. I think this is equivalent to Art of War. I think you also slam the ground for Art of War. That's anime as fuck. This is an anime. With the hat, it makes it look kind of cool. Because completely covering her face and all that. Powerful. Come on and slam! Welcome to the jam! Yes! This is a great pose. I love it. Sukro is gonna dunk some fools. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see. Lustrate. Indomitability. Excogitation. Think hard. Sucker is also this. And then Adloquium is that as well. Purify. What is that animation? Oh, Excogitation sort of has a delay. Oh, it's this pose again. This is also a very anime pose. Samurai has this for something. That's funny. Focalization. Dissipation. Attunement. Beep. Okay, let's build a limit. Let's check out a limit. The limit break in PvP is called adrenaline, or the limit break gauge is, rather. You can see it on the left. Seems to be rising rather slowly. Perhaps healer adrenaline is a slower affair. I just want to see the animation for it, honestly. I'm pretty sure it raises by dealing damage primarily. What else costs Fairy Gauge? Is it only Dissipation? I mean, that is a good buff. So, the other thing about being a healer is that I'm going to instantly get into any dungeon that I look at, any queue that I look at, honestly. My MP is dying. My MP is dead. PvP doesn't have auto attacks, by the way. There's the limit. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the LB1 healer limit break is Healing Wind a la FF7, and that's probably what this is. Basically. Very sparkly. Galacat's having a good time in the middle of this. If I can turn off the battle effect and just have the Galacat emitting a giant sparkle. Sort of. Extremely powerful Galacat. Huh. Alright. Doesn't seem too bad, maybe? So my goal now, my task now, is going to be rather simply to catch up and see if Scholar is even the right thing for me. So maybe I will engage in the PvP. You know what? Why not? Why not? Though this queue might not be as instant because there's not any requirements for it. Why not do a PvP maybe? We can show it off. This is only part 15.9 or whatever I decided to call it. It's not real. Just for fun, I'm also going to put my limit break on all of these because it's funny to me. Robin, why do you have limit break on your hotbar 24 times? Why not, I say? Ha! Oh wait, there's something important I need on my hotbar. I need to have a mount on the hotbar. Oh woo, the woo is redeemed. I'll put the mount on one spot of the holding both buttons one. Because PvP means you have to move. You gotta move it. We have 3 healers in this squad. That might be fine. Dang it. What? What do you mean search? Oh, I accidentally hit that. Okay. Perfect. We have 3 healers and 1 tank, and Alliance B has 4 tanks and no healers. There's no flight. So the good thing is, if I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at any point, nobody will notice. Probably. Maybe. I just saw that there's someone named Flint Cole in one of our alliances somewhere, and now I'm sad. Okay, I already forgot all my buttons. I accidentally put the drone to sleep, but I guess that's fine. Okay, I'm encountering a problem, which is that I can only target people in my own... Oops. There's also someone here not doing anything. Let's kill him. Perfect. Yeah, it is a Ruby name, and that's why I was sad, actually. Also because of the context of the Ruby name that I know of, making it even worse. What team am I even on? Immortal Flames. We're winning. Clearly, I must be doing it right. shit. Okay, do I have instant heal anywhere? Can I heal you? Is that legal? Yes, okay. Good to know. Oh, Lustrate's an instant heal. I'm an idiot. Do I have to use my mouse for this? Wild. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. This is definitely something I'll need practice with. Oh shit, we should be in mid. No. In this map, every once in a while in the middle, some stuff will spawn that gives you many points to interact with. So we need to be there when that happens. Essentially. I can heal myself so much that it's really difficult for people to kill me. That's kind of funny. Yeah. Rip that dancer indeed. So I'm not used to where all of my buttons are. Or what they do. But god dang it, I'm gonna figure it out. I just killed someone by slamming the ground. Oh no, I don't have no mana. There's no mana management that you can really do in PvP, I don't think. Too late. Uh-oh. I die. So this is PvP. Frontline, specifically. I kinda like it. It's also kinda confusing. And it did take the entire enemy party. I die a lot more when I try to do this as DPS. Ah, shoot, we should be in mid again. For the record, we are currently winning. I accidentally pressed limit break, but that's fine. I should double check to make sure that none of the optional actions are like MP, because that seems to be the big issue with healing in this mode. They tried to capture our base. How rude. Someone in our party chat just said, is this what winning is like? And someone else replied, oh no, you've cursed it. I just noticed Broil is free, so I do have some actions that are free. I just happen to be using all of my cost actions. There's also a system in PvP called Battle High, which I think is basically if you survive long enough. Like, I think I have some right now. Battle High 1. Indeed. Also, you're assigned to a random free company when you do the roulette, basically. So even though I'm part of the Order of the Twin Adder, I'm fighting for the Immortal Flames at the moment. And also, for the record, killing people does in fact help your points that you're fighting for. And we win! So you get a display of all this informations. Kills, deaths, assists, damage dealt, damage taken, HP restored, occupations. I was one of the less effective healers in terms of HP restored. Technically. But I helped. Got a good number of assists and a few kills and stuff. Some occupations. I did good. Hi! I did win. There were a bunch of lasers. That was my first time trying PvP as a healer class, and I did okay. It's also kind of funny considering everything that PvP awards you with wolf marks, which I now have 3,000 of, and you can buy a lot of wacky prizes. Let me show you some. So I believe it's the item level. Yeah. So there's a bunch of ridiculous PvP costumes that are like animal themed. Let's take a look at the Scholar specific one from A Realm Reborn. The Elk Lord set. Love to be an Elk Lord. Awoo! The Awoo is redeemed. Behold, Elk Lord. A majestic something. It's extremely funny. the little tail. Also these legs here on the side that sort of line up with the boots. Pretend you have 4 legs in a way. I like that description. In contrast, some of the healing items are pretty neat. Like the Shadowbringers set with an adjustable visor. Most of this is really cool, except for the pants having a weird crotch plate like Tron Bond does for no reason. Much better. There are also weapons. So there is a corresponding, oh, that's the war, not the magic. There is a corresponding Elk Lord book that you can also have. It glows with red aura full of hate and has a deer on it. If you don't like the aura, there's always the slightly lower level version that's the Elk Tail Grimoire. If you wish to have Deer Book. Book of Deer. It's not the worst book that I've ever seen. It is funny though. Oh, I didn't even notice the Arcanist Summoner version of the Deer Book has angry eyes. Look at that. That's hilarious. And like a chest fluff. But like angry eyes, see? And then if you compare it to the Scholar one, regular eyes. Angry eyes. That's really funny. Of course, the other PvP sets are also ridiculous, like Bird Cane! Mostly the animal sets. Scholars is girl deer, Summoner is male deer? Are you just assuming that because one's angrier? Or is there something I didn't notice? Is it like the antlers or something? Yeah, the antlers are very different. That's probably true. Although it is called Elk Lord, and this is Elk Liege. Whatever that means. If you're an Arcanist, I mean not an Arcanist, if you're an Astrologian, you get Spinning Owl Globe! Ladies can be lords if they want to. Fire Emblem has taught me this, at least. Observe the owl rotate! Rotate your owl, as they say. There aren't any Shadowbringers PvP weapons, unfortunately. They sort of stop after a point. And so, like, Heaven's Word had some sets which are going to become story relevant eventually. Some of them. Like the White Griffin set. I think books in this game kind of get ridiculous. We also have God stuff. Thaliak. This book looks alright. It's okay. And then in the Stormblood section, we've got Eastern stuff. Yeah, don't underestimate the rotating Owl Star Globe. Let's leave PvP. In fact, let's be right back.
Hello. It's time. Time to be here again. Something occurred to me. If we look at the Elk Tail Grimoire again. The colors on this, if I'm remembering this correctly, the colors on this grimoire are not terribly unlike the logo of John Deere, the tractor company. The green and the yellow and the deer that exists on it. The deer is not yellow. This is the book of Tractor. Does that mean I have to use it because Sucro's a farm cat? I don't know. Maybe. I hope someone has named their character John Deere and uses this book. Well, Healer is the adventurer in need for guild hest, so let's do a guild hest first. I'm just leveling at this point, so why not show off roulettes? That's Celine, I meant to summon Eos. What's valid? Doing a guild hest? I mean, it is. So, okay, it wasn't instant, even though I was the adventurer in need, so that's something. Uh-oh, there's someone named Pixie Bane right here. I have to be careful. She might banish my Pixie. Pixies and fairies are slightly different, at least within the lore of this game, I think. Oh, the John Deere book. Right, okay. I'll consider it. But I have no loyalty to brands, of course. It's just a funny thought. I think I prefer a basic sort of like leather book type grimoire. I'm not like a big fan of John Deere. It's just funny to think about. And that does own. So let's take a look. Oh, there are no scholar-specific arms yet. Right, that makes sense. I think the kind of book I prefer is just one of these basic leather ones here. We'll take a look at some of the more ridiculous options available, perhaps. Just for fun. Well, I don't have much available to me at this level. At early levels, a scholar is basically like a DPS that's a different color. Because the fairy is going to handle all the healing that we need. Truthfully. Eos is very good at her job. And Celine. Uh-oh. So all I really need to do is bio everything. And keep an eye on the HP bars, just in case. Yep. That definitely happened. I got 2 commendations for doing fuck all. That's healer. Well, I mean, usually you kind of have to do something instead of nothing. But yeah, I want to... Let's just, for funsies, take a look at some of the ridiculous scholar weapons that exist. How ridiculous can a book be, you might wonder? Well, how about this for a book? Keep in mind that we're a healer. And you can have a book that looks this way. And that's a little absurd. You have books that have like freaking castle parts on the side of them, basically. Like, hey, what if Hollow Bastion from Kingdom Hearts was a book instead of a castle? It'd probably look like this. And you've got like friggin' electricity aura book made of electric. Tsukiyomi's extra wide scroll case, glowing with the power of the moon. It's very funny how wide it is to me. A book that's literally on fire for if you want that. That seems not practical. Another book where you can't really read it because it's covered in glowing. I mean, I guess the glowing is at least a rune, so presumably this entire book is to hold this single character. We have Byakko over here. More particle effects for everyone. And of course, even some of the earlier books are... Well, this is nice, actually. Some of them come with like these big quills on them. Some of the books get pretty large. But this one's kind of nice, actually. Then we're back into like boss books. We have this one that's oozing water. We have the God of War's book. Sort of like Ravana's book of fight, I guess. Black pages with glowing red text. The Codex of the Round. Also a castle as a book. This time this one has candles built into it. Yeah, bubbles and feathers, exactly. Song of the Fiend. Sephiroth's evil book. It's got eyeball. It stare at you. It shoot pedal, I guess. The Seeing Horde Codex. Also a very evil book. Exceptionally evil. Song of the Goddess. Very fancy. Song of the Demon. Very elements. So, like, it just feels extra silly to have books that get like this, to me. Like, some books are okay. What's this one? This book is glowy. And there's like Rama's cool lightning book. Of course. Ifrit's other book that's on fire if one wasn't enough. And so on. Yeah, the enhanced Rama one, the basic Rama one is, or Ramu one is Law of Levin, and then the enhanced one is first edition, which is funny. Titan's book made of a rock. One of the few Titan weapons that doesn't look like complete trash. That's rude, but... Of course, Moogle book. You gotta love a Moogle book. Honestly. This is cute. And also Allegan books. Technology for reading. Google pop-up book. Correct. Other technology for reading. Actually, I do want to go back to PvP zone for a second, because I think I want to look at the other healer armor. Because while we're just having a chill stream where I just show stuff and hang out, why not? I believe that if we go to magic, Stormblood, or is it Heavensward? It's Heavensward. Yeah, in the Heavensward armor section, we have gear of the White and Black Griffin, which I believe is the stuff that a character wears later on. So oddly enough, it's healer gear, or caster gear, I think. And then the war equivalent. Well, they don't even have any Griffin stuff at all. So that's interesting. So you have to be a caster to use this. Which doesn't really match the character that uses it at all, I don't think. We've also got this interesting armor set. Which kind of looks like if you forgot what Furion from Final Fantasy II looked like. Yeah, exactly. And then the Stormblood stuff, we have very, well, Stormblood, that's not a thing. Stormblood appropriate type of outfit. The fun thing about this mask here is that if you adjust the visor, it goes to the side of your head like that. I like that. That's a cute touch. And then, for some reason, the other half of the Stormblood stuff is, like, Roman times? If you wish to be of Roman times and Greece, my foot has a wing. My feet have wings. I mean, sure. The way it's referred to here, like Republican Medicus and whatnot, makes me think it's a specific branch of the Garlean Empire. But it's interesting. I did actually purchase one of these, because I thought it might be useful for something. Yeah. I think it's probably Garlean. There's also other stuff, like you can get these... If you use all of the wolf marks you can hold, you can get horns. There are other horns in the game as well. And then, like, you can also get various minions and emotes and songs, and you can spend 3,000 wolf marks to get a stack of towels. Which feels funny to me. Glamour prisms are here if you want them from this. There's a lot of stuff. I actually got a mount from here. Anyway, I just wanted to show a little bit more of that. Let's try a leveling roulette. Instantaneous! Spin the wheel, where shall we go? I feel like I'm doing a lot of wacky voice stuff today, for some reason. I guess I must be in an okay mood, which is a good thing. It's good to be in a good mood. We're in a house. Welcome to Hawk Manor. Everyone meet your healer Eos and your supplementary DPS Sucrofunk. That's just how it works early on. So we've got Adloquium and Physic. We've got Swiftcast Resurrection. And we've got Bio 2 and Ruin. We've got Isuna and Sleep and Lucid Dreaming and Whispering Dawn. Okay. We have a fair amount of tools. But nowhere near the amount that we're going to have eventually. Time to learn to watch health bars again. I should make the party part of the UI larger, potentially. Uh-oh, do we not know how to navigate the fun mansion? Probably not. So as a healer, one thing you want to keep in mind is that you don't want to heal people unnecessarily. Like our tank, for example, is missing some health, yeah, but they're not missing a significant amount of health. It's important to preserve your mana by only healing when you need to, and also it's important to contribute to the party's damage. Unless you absolutely need to heal. Eos will take care of most of the healing early on. We forgot to grab a key. I believe Eos also used to be able to take damage. Just as summoner pets were able to. Oh hey, my squadron completed a mission. Good job, squadron. And we've got a machinist or machinist or whatever on the team, so we can hear fun gun noises. I did a heal spell. It wasn't just Eos. Amazing. We're taking this dungeon pretty slow, too, which is fair. That's fine. Oftentimes, healers will have pressure put upon them by tanks who wish to pull the entire dungeon. So that is something that could theoretically happen. Uh-oh. And then stuff like this happens. I should have done that earlier, honestly. Wow. That healer was rude. There's really no way around it. That healer was just rude. Easy peasy. I'm already feeling like I mean, like, this is an early dungeon, so I don't have a lot to do, per se. But I am feeling reasonably competent that I can get a handle on healing again. It's nice to have a feeling of confidence. I'm probably healing a little bit too early in some cases. But that's not really a problem at this point either. I keep wanting to use Peloton outside of combat to increase speed, which is funny, because I'm not in the right role for that, and also because Scholar will be getting combat movement speed increase. After this dungeon, I'm probably going to have to stop. I did say it was going to be a shorter one. So I'll probably be doing some leveling stuff off camera, and I'll save the Scholar quests for stream. Uh-oh. But I will, I'll probably do a lot of Palace of the Dead stuff. I'll try to save some of that for on stream as well. But I don't think it should be a big deal if I don't, actually, because I can just turn the cutscenes back on. Yeah, this is feeling pretty good so far. Playing as a healer feels correct. Of course, again, this is still a fairly basic situation. I had to use the Suna. Wow. I mean, I probably didn't have to use the Suna, but I did. Yeah, I already kind of feel like I have the correct instincts to be able to play a healer. I have confidence. And I was worried for all this time, too anxious to play a healer for 6 years. I am more powerful than I give myself credit for. Perhaps. They should redesign this. They should add a shortcut to the start of the dungeon after that boss fight, because everyone just uses return here. Like, just cut out the middle bit. Stop telling me to equip bad wristbands. I don't understand. I'm going to, out of spite, buy better wrists. So it stops telling me to do that, probably. Maybe a ring. That's a little bit of a weird thing to say, I think. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Wrists are wrists. Okay. It's alright. I love you too. So that fight was a little bit more difficult to heal because there was more stuff happening. So that's sort of a, I guess, a test of my ability or something like that. I accidentally bowed and waved goodbye to the treasure coffer. But anyway, yeah, I was right, and I do have to stop now. So it was a shorter stream today, but we got healer, and I learned that I am still able to heal her. Hopefully it was enjoyable, bit of a relaxed one. I don't know if we'll be back on track for the main story by the next time, because I do have to gain a whole bunch of levels. Two commendations. But yeah, I guess I'll be trying to progress through the rest of the main plot as a healer, and we'll see how that goes. So until next time, thank you everyone. Oh, we're still in the PvP area. That's fine. Awoo! The awoo was redeemed. I oughta just go, so I'm probably not going to, like... Well, we'll have Crow take a nap over here. You know, as you do. Just gonna take a nap. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for your continued support. If you wish to support me in other ways, you'll find them below the stream as usual. Also, you can do all of the internet rituals, spreading the word, like, comment, subscribe. retweet, I don't know, just... You can press buttons, you can say words. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I hope that you have a good night. Farewell.